which I hear a lot.
Hey guys.
I see that a lot.
Yes. Hi, Molly.
Hey,
Okay.
sorry, I was texting one of my girls and lost track of time.
That's
I
okay.
was talking with Jen Telly. She was talking to me, messaging me again about, I think she's eating too low of calories is the issue we're having. So
Okay. So yeah.
What did I miss?
Okay, nothing actually. We were just kind of chit-chatting. Yep. So first of all, I wanted to congratulate Jean on earning manager level, which is awesome. Yeah, she completed the U +2, then +2. And like Jean was just saying, last time she was talking, she's like, I haven't even made a consultant. And I'm like, now Jean, let's turn that mindset around a little bit. And the girl that she just enrolled as a consultant, like, wasn't even talking to Jean, 2 weeks ago about it, and Molly as well. So Molly is like that close to manager, and so the consultant that Molly made, she hit it right away with this rapid consultant reset that we have. That's just what I keep calling it. I don't really know. I keep forgetting the exact term of it, but I tell everybody, if you can earn consultant, if you can have 2 people join you within your first 2 weeks, you get your products paid for and then some. So you will straight off earn $150 instead of $50 plus any bonuses that you might enroll your people with. So what was great about Molly's consultant was that she earned $350, and the girl didn't even start off with a pack because she's breastfeeding. So she started off with 4 shakes and then enrolled 2 30-day premiums, and there you go, $350. So that was amazing. And then Jean's girl, she enrolled was it a premium and a regular 30-day, I think. So I don't know, she was enrolled for the whole family.
Oh my Lord. Well, and then she added another 30-day on top. So she's got 3 under her right now.
Okay, that's awesome. So, if we can explain the urgency, and that was one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, was just a little bit about Super Saturday, just some highlights, and then maybe some takeaways that you guys had as well. But John Rains really, he's our area corporate. And he came down and just shared a little bit with us. And I was fortunate enough to be able to meet with him one-on-one and then just really talk through some things, maybe some setbacks that I've been having that are very common among everybody. But what he said is just really whatever we're doing to create urgency. And so, with this 14-day reset, if you want to have your products paid for, I have a girl who isn't even sure she's going to enroll, but I said, well, let's get you 2 people right away and have you post like, hey, I'd like to, I'm thinking about, getting started with a healthy lifestyle. Would anybody want to join me? And she's had responses on that, because if they could get 2 people right away, then it'll definitely pay off. So she wanted to be sure that she could do that. Okay, so if you don't mind, I want to go over with you just some things that John Rains talked with me about. And this was in a kind of a private setting where Cindy just chose some leaders to be able to meet with him. And so I just kind of wanted to share with you guys what he shared with me. And funny thing, first thing I have is a sense of urgency that he told me. And you ask your customers, how would it feel to lose the weight? Okay, so when people tell you, and this is what PK said too, when people tell you, I want to lose 20 pounds, they both said that's a bunch of hooey, probably a little more colorful terms than that, but they want to feel like they did when they were, 18, 20 years old. They want to feel good in their jeans. They want to, so get your customers to that point where they can imagine what that would feel like. And then take it away and say, okay, what would that feel like in 1 year from now if you were where you are right now? And they would be like, not good. So what's holding you back? So find that real reason why they reached out to you in the first place, and dig a little deeper. So, and also have conversations with what you see in other people. Don't be afraid to compliment. And let's see. Yeah. And then another thing he said is to commit to a date and time. So when people, I look at it like an assignment. So when people maybe express a little interest in Isagenix, hey, can you look at this Isagenix Advantage video? And Zoe Scott, who's Tyler's, I don't know, might as well be his wife. But anyway, she talked about this would be like their, what did she say? Their qualifier. If they're not willing to sit down and watch a 10-minute video, the Isagenix Advantage video, then they're probably not going to enroll with you. So set the standard. Just say, would you be open to watching a video that explains a little bit about Isagenix? And then either they'll ghost you or they'll say yes. I've never had anybody just say no. And if they do, then, you know, moving on. But you want to definitely make a follow-up date with that. And like, hey, do you mind? Okay, here's the video. Can I check in with you Thursday at 5:30 or Thursday afternoon? Just so they have a broad idea as to when it's kind of expected for them to watch it by. And then when you follow up with them, just ask them, what did you like about that? Don't ask for like details or anything, but what did you like about it? So another important thing is to talk about getting people to executive. And this is kind of where I lack. But if you are familiar with the executive bubble chart, that's on Isagenix Business. You can even Google the Crystal Executive Plan, print it out, and there's a Crystal Executive Reset that ends April 14th. So that would be 10 consultants, 5 on your left and 5 on your right. And then, you know, he was talking about one of our top earners that when she first started and she filled this sheet out, she didn't have one consultant, but she filled it out with 10 names. And then when you know it, when she earned executive, 8 out of 10 of those people actually were consultants. So it really says something. Are you writing down names of people who you think would be not only good at the business, but just would enjoy the products? Because 85% of our people are customers, and that's what we like. We like happy product users. So who could use these products and who might be good at the business. So like right now personally, I'm tapping into some younger people that I think would be great at this. Something else I wanted to tell you is, okay, that everybody has a 60 to 90% increase of success by having accountability. That's not just some random statistic. This is a true thing. So 60 to 90% increase of success by having accountability. So, you know, stressing the HHP page and, hey, I'm here to help you out if you need anything. I have a team of some wonderful people who can help answer any questions that you might have. If I can't answer it, certainly somebody can help you. There's always accountability, and having them, you know, join with friends too. So I want to ask you guys maybe one thing, the most important thing that you got and that you're going to implement within the next few days here. So I'm going to say, I really like what Tyler said about, and he said this before, it's nothing new, but starting my communication with why instead of what. So people want to know why this would be good. Because a lot of times we do it backwards, like what? Hey, I have this 30-day system. How? It can help you lose weight. And why? Because you'll feel better and, be ready for the summer. Well, I'm going to flip that and start with the why. So I'm sure you would love to feel better by the summertime, and lose maybe some stubborn belly fat or inches, lose a little stubborn weight. The way I'm going to do this is through our Isagenix 30-day system. So starting that communication backwards and make it about them. As you guys know, it's not about me. It's about them. Okay. So I want to go through, and you guys just pop in whenever you want and just tell me maybe one nugget that you got from Super Saturday or PK.
I think for me, was like you were just saying, Jackie, I was definitely, the way that I'm approaching people in messages and whenever I'm talking to them was backwards. I definitely was not engaging in the why. So I definitely am going to change that and start tapping into finding out exactly. And like what I thought was interesting too was what they said about the superficial why, that I want to lose 40 pounds. But not, you got to kind of dig a little bit deeper to find out the true why, for your health, for, like you were saying, to feel, feel different, to feel the confidence, like you did before. And I definitely think that tapping into the urgency, was definitely a big thing for me. And also, one of the things was probably just not chasing people, not wanting it more than somebody wants it for themselves. So
yeah, and that's a good one too, is that when I feel like I'm chasing someone, I saw that the other day and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. She said, when I drop one thing, because she juggles like 5 balls of 5 different network marketing companies. When I drop one, I'll have room for you. I promise you're next. You're the best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna chase that one. So we'll leave it go.
I've definitely been guilty of that. I think because I've had such success with the weight loss that like I want it for everyone, and I have found myself, I think, maybe having too much urgency on myself rather than, having them see the value in it first. So I'm definitely going to change that.
Right. Good. Thank you, Molly.
Yes.
Anybody else?
I'll chime in. By the way, Tyler is just so impressive to me. I love hearing him and watching him develop as a person and what he has to say. But anyway, his analogy, and it wasn't even his, I don't think, about the seeds and just constantly putting out more seeds. And do you chase the seeds that the birds are taking away? And that's sort of what you were saying, Molly. That really resonated with me. And for example, the woman that enrolled Tuesday at Schoolhouse that ended up being a consultant that night, she was a seed, and I knew she was still a seed. I wasn't actively pushing her, though. She came back when she was ready. But there are others that I know I have pushed, and I really need to let go. Not that that's not right now, but not that it won't be forever, but it's not now. And so I'm going to focus on the ones that are now. I'm still going to love on the other ones, but I'm not going to chase those seeds. I really liked that whole analogy about the farmer and the seeds and the crops, and that you just need to plant a hell of a lot of seeds.
Yes, absolutely. That was a really, really good analogy too. And I'm going to add to what you said. He talked a little bit about the yield too, that some seeds yield a lot, some seeds don't yield so much. But as long as we just keep talking to people, people will come around. So, you know, it's just like your friend, she's been watching you for so long, and she finally decided to come around. It's just, we have to make sure, like PK talks about having, you know, all these poles in the water at the same time. And eventually, you know, as long as we're talking, it's just such a numbers game. As long as we keep talking to people, it will happen.
Yeah.
How about
It's just the power of needing to talk to a lot of people.
Gee, I don't think I really need to say anything. Everybody else said what I felt.
Yes. I wish you guys could have come to PK the night before. He has just such amazing perspective and training. I trained with him right before I earned Crystal Executive, and he really helped to give some ideas on different ways to really just to kind of get the ball rolling and to do different kind of sip and samples. That's where I feel like we're lacking a little bit, is just constantly having events, because you know, I feel like we all have some people interested, but they're so busy, or they're busy one night and can't come to the winery, or, you know, Pipes Insurance or whatever. Because when we do get them there, oh my gosh, you guys, the last 2 events we've had, every single person who has been a guest has enrolled. We had that one girl, though, Jean, that came, and I thought for sure she would, but she was so ready to. But I think that's the only one in the last 2 events that I know of. So when people are there and when they hear our stories, when they feel that the power behind, you know, what we can offer, and really they just want to know how it works for them. Like, that's great that it, you know, did that for you, but how can it work for me? And with my first network marketing company, I was with Mary Kay years and years ago when I was young and naive and had no idea that the person at the top was the only one that made the money. My last paycheck was $1. But that was one thing I realized, is that women want to know, we want to know what's in it for me. And so, you know, we have to be creative and thinking, okay, let's do a sip and sample. And PK talks about, he calls it executive sip and samples, where you can actually make an executive this way. You can make yourself executive this way, where you say, come to my party and bring at least two friends, because, you know, you're thinking them plus 2. And then, so for every friend you bring, they get a prize, or there's a drawing for a prize for the person with the most, who invites the most, or, you know, something that's in it for them. They want something worth their time, because really it is giving up some of their time. And my gosh, time is so valuable. We busy up our days and our evenings and sports and just crazy stuff like that. So we want to make it worth their time for coming. And yes, you can make yourself executive that way. And if you guys ever want to do a launch party, a sip and sample, a healthy hour, whatever, at your house, or you have a fun place to do it, I am more than happy to come and set up. I have a whole display, so absolutely, that's what I'm here for. So please use me for 3-way calls, for 3-way conversations. I am always here for you. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? I kind of wanted to leave things open. This could be Super Saturday related or not. Maybe you're struggling with something. Go ahead and have at it and let me know, and we can talk through it.
I just want to say, I don't necessarily have a question, but I just want to say, like, how motivating I found Super Saturdays and the Friday evening training, And I just really, I'm feeling very like energized. I'm feeling like I'm back kind of, I needed like a little pick me up, and I feel like that was exactly what I needed. And I feel like I have a greater appreciation for, you know, what events can truly do to help, you know, kind of get you fired back up and ready to go out and share again, you know.
Absolutely. And I feel like it really helps build belief in what we do, because, you know, some of us have seen what other companies are like, and we know what they can offer, and what they can't offer. And that's where Isagenix has the whole package, where if you just if you just come to events and see what it's all about, you see the culture behind it. PK Smith was saying, or was it Roy Hall, I think, he said that we fed 500 kids a year with our donations last year for Super Saturday. So when there's a heart and a purpose and a motivation behind everything, it's not self-serving. And really, so many people that I talk to in the company are believers, like truly believe in God, and they believe in, you know, really everything that's you know, good and prospering to us, but helping other people as well. So I just love the whole community that we have too.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll add on to that, Molly. I haven't been doing, actually, it'll be 2 years next week since I started products. And so however long that is after that I started sharing. But these events, you need to go to them periodically just to get that little juice, because just about the time when you're dragging or you're having trouble following, whatever it is, you need that. So whether it's a sip and sample, or whether it's a training at Steve's house, or I really love the Super Saturdays, because they're big, but they're small. They're professional. They're jam-packed. I mean, I went through all the stuff that we learned when I got the next morning with my husband, and went through all my notes. We heard a lot. I mean, that was amazing how much they shoved into that. So it's so worth going. And this was the first event that I had a guest at. And I mean, he's not ready to go change the world, but he's ready to get his products paid for, and that's a huge step for him. So it really is so valuable just to go and hear and see. And I mean, it was the first time I met Susan Wheeler. I feel like I know the woman, but I'd never met her. So, you know, it's just so important to touch and feel and see and be around those people. So I totally agree with you, Molly. The events are so important.
Yes. And the one thing that Isagenix has realized is that, I don't know, I'm into statistics and numbers, and they say that every 90 days that you need a reset or a refresh. And guess when we have all of our events? Every 90 days. So we do it right. We do it when we need that extra little oomph. We need really, it boils down to just that belief in what we do, and conviction, and just wanting to help others lead healthy lives.
So with all of that said, I have a question.
Sure.
Has anyone attended the ICE University on this call?
Yes, I attended when it was in Chicago. I want to say it was 2 years ago. By far my favorite event. And I will tell you why. Because I had already been to an NYKO and a Celebration. And Celebration is a little bit overwhelming for somebody like me, because I get hives and I get nervous when there's too many people. And Celebration, there's a lot of people. NYKO is a little smaller. ISAU is very intimate. So we only had maybe a few hundred people there. It's just in a smaller venue. The trainers will work. It feels more like a classroom than it does a big learning environment, if that makes any sense. Like a classroom versus a big lecture hall. So it's you can raise your hand and ask questions. They give prizes if you answer questions. So the only reason why I'm not going to ICU at this time is I bought concert tickets for the kids on the block. And I promised, and my sister and I are going to go on May 4th. And I'm like, of course, it has to be May. I think it's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But oh my gosh, you guys, you need to go. We have a group going to Vegas because the airfare is cheaper than Atlantic City. So I do know I can hook you guys up with people who are going. I know I'm going to have major FOMO, but also I have to kind of weigh it out where I made this commitment like probably in November, and I don't know. I hate to do that to my sister, but guys, this event is just, you will love it. And it's almost like at the starting place. Like if you go to that and be like, this is amazing and I want to see a little bit more. And so, Celebration, they're going to kick it up big time. I mean, you guys can vouch for that. Jean and Shelly can vouch for it's amazing. But for me, like I needed that. Give me some education. Give me, the nuts and bolts. And that's what you're going to get at ICU. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, I am so disappointed that I can't go to ICU. That's the next one I wanted to do.
Yeah. But yeah, if there's any way that you can make time to go to that one, highly, highly encourage it. Do you guys have any other questions?
Hey, Jackie, have you heard anything about the ISA delivery and whether or not they're going to continue that? I loved it.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that and then a seasonal shake coming up. So yeah, they're waiting until everybody's ISA shipments run out because, when I think the promo ended, was the end of October or something. So they're waiting for the last of the people to get through that shipment, the last shipment, and then we're going to see another promo. And then also, I did want to tell you before we go that there's going to be a shake drop. So it'll either be next week or the week after on a Tuesday. So, and I heard it's a new flavor. So not cookies and cream again. I'm dying. I need it. But my hope is that it's peanut butter, because I do know peanut butter was one of the running for the anniversary flavor. So I'm hoping it's something like that. It sounds really good, but I guess we'll have to see. It used to be chocolate mint around this time of year, but now that that's a permanent flavor, I don't know. But you know what I'm going to guess is that, I'll just be quiet. I'm just making assumptions over here, but I have a feeling we're going to get a permanent flavor at Celebration and everybody's going to be very happy about it. It's just a feeling though. So
I would assume
Let's
that's going
hope
to be
it's
mocha.
cookies and cream.
Let's
Can we
hope.
hope it's cookies and cream?
Yeah, we'll see, because you know what though, people really like the mocha as well. I don't know, I'm a cookies and cream kind of girl, but I know
I'm a
mocha's
cookies and cream.
yeah. Okay, any other questions before we go? No? Well, I really hope you guys found this valuable. I recorded it and I will upload it to YouTube and then either put it in our chat or, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just put it in our chat. And then if you guys want a Marco Polo, we could do that as well. Totally up to you. I know Shannon is waiting on her grandbaby who's coming by Friday, so that's super exciting. Yes. So we'll be thinking about you, Shannon. And all right. Yeah. And so let's just plan on Tuesday nights. This is a good time for me because I can get Piper to bed and run down here and do this. So if that works for you guys, and if we're having like a team event or something, then, you know, we can just wait another week. We can talk at our event. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming, and I will talk with everybody soon. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and let's make some more consultants.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thanks,
Thank
Jackie.
you.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.